Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai wherever it may be. This is just a quick in transit through the spirit. Title, Stay Encouraged. We almost out of here. Stay encouraged. For you brothers out there, you few sisters that may watch, we're literally seeing the end of this thing play out as we have tensions in the Middle East, which I was looking at a couple of clips and watching Redacted, which is by Clayton and Natalie Morris. I believe they're a couple which have the Redacted series, which in my humble opinion, I believe they're controlled opposition. I believe they're controlled opposition because see what Esau does, he sets up what he does, what he does is he sets up control opposition to counteract the truth, or to see who's against his empire, or to see who's going to come against his global world order. Because a lot of times when they set up these particular individuals that appears to speak out against the elites or the Illuminati, however you want to call it, oftentimes they put out content that's rather controversial along the lines that we put out. So you got to ask yourself, like, why is these things allowed to stay on a platform if we're getting striked by things, by us being shadow banned? But the short answer to that is the fact is because they're controlled opposition. Okay, they're controlled opposition, and the elites, they do like a casting system. They see like, okay, well, this person, whoever's watching these videos, they must be around against the global elite. So this is the people who we need to round up and possibly eliminate. And this is why I get from Alex Jones, Mike Adams, and all these other people, because they're really truly not really against the establishment. Because if they truly was and they had that big following of a content, or they had that following and that much influential power on the minds of people, they would have been killed them a long time ago. Okay, like Malcolm X, right? He appeared to be for the global elite, against them. And in some ways, he spoke out. He did speak out against a lot of it, but he was still set up. But eventually, when he was getting ready to make that national speech, I believe like at the UN, not at the UN. I think he did go to the UN. But when he was getting ready to bring out more information about the truth, they took his ass out. So it's the same thing with Alex Jones and all these platforms that they're bringing out all this truth content. But these people are allowed to still live and to push their content, which shows you that that's controlled opposition, and they need those people alive, and they need them to push out certain content, which is a lot of different disinformation in to pretty much continue to keep the agenda going so people can be outed, so to speak. Okay, so with these shows like Redacted, that's very good information. They bring out a lot of artifacts and stuff, or a lot of articles and a lot of facts on what's happening in the war between not Iran, which America and Iran, they pretty much getting ready to lock horns. All right, I believe that Iran had some bases in Syria that was attacked by America, by the small hats. Hold up. This bitch is going crazy. Hey, Mark. This Karen bitch is really going crazy. So anyway, like I said, anyway, yeah, it was the Karen. She was she was trying to trail me. But anyway, long story short, so they set up these individuals to come against the elite, so therefore they can have an understanding of who's going to come against them, which through the spirit and power Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, we're out there speaking the word. So to be encouraged, don't get discouraged about brothers, about because the prophecies are not coming to pass fast enough, and wish they are. Okay, the prophecies are really coming to pass, and we just got to stay focused. But let me get my spirit back in order, man. I kind of got distracted this Karen bitch, she was trolling me, man, and I was like, man, what the fuck? You know, but she called me in the middle of the in transit, so Salakia. But anyway, long story short, so yeah, man, just continue to be encouraged, you know, because we at the end of this thing, the Lord is bringing the prophecies to pass, and he's showing us through the Spirit that, hey, he's with his men, you know. So we just got to keep pushing, because I mean, hey, brothers, we almost there, you know. Like when you look at all the scoffers and the scorners and the men that's doing the work, and then you got the men that's pushing false doctrine. Like the big thing now is this guy Nate. You know, this guy Nate is going into basically Revelation, the 20th chapter. Well, overall, he's talking about that Esau, Edom, or in a roundabout way, how these people are going to come back into power and take us down, which that's not so. Now, brothers have been doing lessons on that all day or all week, and we've been coming into the realization that this guy sold out, which gives us more encouragement, because through the process of elimination, through the Spirit, man, through the process of elimination, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're realizing that it's a very good possibility that we're those guys, you know, that we're those guys. So through the Spirit, man, you know, just keep pushing, keep doing the shows, stay prayed up, you know, keep your head on the swivel clearly, because this bitch just damn near tried to run to the back of me, man. You know, and these people got demons on them, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Because like she was driving like, you know, like hella slow. So I went around her, and then she just lost it, and she started trolling me, man. So I'm like, oh shit. So she's trying to be on some bullshit. So I kind of had to juke her a little bit. But I could see her in my back rear view. I could see her yelling and screaming and cursing and shit, man. And I'm like, man, Esau is going nuts, which is funny in my opinion. But, you know, just to keep things spiritual. Now, ain't no telling if I wasn't on the in transit, ain't no telling I probably would have pulled over and got into a conflict, which is really not spiritual. I'm not encouraging you brothers to do shit like that. But your first mind says like, what the fuck? You know, but these people got demons on it, and that the Lord just gave the example. You know, be encouraged, man, because these people getting ready to lose. You know, they're getting ready to lose, and they can't deal with the fact that their kingdom is falling. Like a brother uploaded a video today of this Edomite woman. She was basically bugging out, man, because she was like, she can't deal with the higher gas prices. Well, the gas prices are not really high anymore because Biden tapped into the reserves, but overall, they can't deal with the overall cost of living and inflation. You know, because like people are getting their paychecks, and the money is not not stretching like it did. You know, like they made a statement like, well, yeah, people are making more money, but it's not really stretching, because for the simple fact, people are being entered to higher tax brackets. People are being they're being taxed. Like when you look at your paycheck stubs and stuff like that, overall you see mainly Social Security tax being taken out on top of federal tax, which all these things are federal entities, so to speak. So you got to ask yourself, you're paying 2 or 3 different types of Social Security tax, and you paying a fucking federal tax, and then you paying a state income tax, which shows you like, how in the hell are you supposed to live like that? And then rents are going up, you know, evictions are at an all-time high. But in our, and according to the Spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, that's all beautiful, because that shows you that this man's kingdom is falling. And these people are getting ready to lose their fucking minds. They're already losing their minds, man. You know, I saw a video of some Jakes. Jake was basically robbing like an Amazon truck, I believe, like a fleet vehicle or something. And it was like probably more 4 or 5 Jakes going into the Amazon truck, robbing it, man. And then there was another video, could have been in California somewhere, I'm not sure. But basically, what happened was that it was this guy, this Jake, and he was literally walking in the middle of the street, hitting and kicking people's cars, man. You know, just being very abrasive and aggressive. And through the Spirit, I'm just like, man, like somebody should have hit his ass, man. Because like if somebody is in the middle of the street that don't belong there, and their appearance to vandalize your shit, your first train of thought was like, well, I'm finna run this motherfucker over, man, because like, what is he doing? And then at the end of the day, it ain't like you could get reprimanded for it, because he's out there inciting aggression and he's in the middle of the street, which is really not a wise thing to do. You know, you walk across the street unauthorized, you get hit by a car, and the dude don't die. First thing the officer is gonna say, well, what happened? You know, like, what was this guy in the street? And then you give him the story. But people are literally breaking down. Their spirits are broken. You see? But anyway, GMS enduring servant 12. Shalom, brother. 1 Peter 1:13. It says here, wherefore gird up your loins of your mind and be sober, and hope to the end for the grace to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai, right, man? Because you know, doing the work, it gives you confidence. You know, you can say, well, look, man, you want the Lord to stand before you and say, well, good job, you know, well done. You have roughly paraphrasing when he went into the parable of the talents. He says he give you authority over 10 cities. You want Yahweh Shai to say that to you, man. You know, you want Yahweh Shai to say, and you want Yahweh Shai to crown you with righteousness, you know, with that grace, because of all the work that we've done, the humility we've shown, you know, and keeping to the task, even though things may seem to be volatile, you know, staying spiritual. Like prime example, when that little 10-second drop period, I don't know if you brothers noticed, but I had to stay spiritual, because if I got carnal, for one thing, if I would have stopped the car, she would have ran right into the back of me. You know what I'm saying? She would have ran into the back of me, and then that would have been a whole nother ordeal. I could have got hurt, or I could have hit my head on the steering wheel, or worst case scenario, I would have got out and then it would have went left. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, but keeping spiritual through things like that, because like I said, people on fucking edge, man. You know, and these Edomites, these Karens, they losing it. Like if you saw those videos of them chicks be bugging out at Walmart, they got literal demons and spirits on them. You know, like I was just trying to go around the bitch, you know what I'm saying, and get to my destination. She act like I cut her off. I went around in a whole different lane. It's like, fuck you trailing me for? Then I slammed on the brakes a little bit to kind of get her to back off. Then she almost ran into another car. Then I went around the other car and she turned down the road. But it was like, wow, this is what people really on. You know, I remember one time I was younger, and I remember it was me, my mother, my little brother, and his father. We was going to get some pizza and some movies. It was like on a Friday night, man, and we was like, I think we was like in Crestwood, Illinois. That's at the time that Jake couldn't, like, they hate Jake out there, well, at least at that time. This was probably like 1994. And I remember we was going to get some pizza, man, and all of a sudden this Edomite with this pickup truck, he ran us off the damn road, man. I'm like, wow. You know, I'm a kid. I didn't really understand what was going on, but, you know, by being a Jake man driving, hey, Esau had a pickup truck and he damn near ran us off the fucking road, you know, trying to kill us. So that spirit is rousing back up in the planet Earth. So just being circumspect. But GMS is doing servant 2, Sirach 25:7. It says, there be 9 things which I've judged in my heart to be happy. It says, in a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Yeah. And we're witnessing to see the fall of Esau, Edom, man, and the 2/3 of our people, because the 2/3 of Jake, they co-signing to the rudiments of Babylon. All right, right now everybody's getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. The holiday seasons are hella crazy. Jake is getting ready to celebrate Christmas, then soon New Year's Eve, just to fall on their face another year later. Okay, and this is what Jake is getting ready to do. So my prayer is to survive and see the downfall of this place, man. You know. And more respect to the brothers that endure, that continue to teach, and that believe in this thing and stay humble, stay spiritual at all costs. You know, not saying that you shouldn't defend yourself, because, hey, certain circumstances and a lot of circumstances that we're getting ready to enter into is going to require us to really defend ourselves, man. Because I don't know about you brothers, man, but hey, when all hell break loose and the Lord gives me the opportunity to defend myself, hey, you better believe it's going to go down like that. You know what I'm saying? I already pray to the Lord, hey, send him. You know what I'm saying? Because that standard is going to be lifted up. And every last one of these demons that have ever come against the truth, that ever scoffed, that ever mocked, all right, and thought they got away with it, hey, the Lord is going to have us to find them motherfuckers, man. Like Apostle Gabar did a lesson. He said, look, we're going to find you, man, all right? We ain't going to have to, you ain't going to come to us. We're going to find you. You know, all you that thought you got away from the Lord's wrath, the Lord don't forget, man. And it's going to come a time that he's going to allow his men to do the bidding, okay? Which is entering another glory, Jeremiah 16:16. All right? In that day, I should send for many fish. I should send for fishers. And after those days, I would send for many hunters. My prayer is to be a hunter in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Because, hey, there's got to be some purging out here. These people are too out their mind. They're too on edge. You know, they're too wicked. They're too much into idolatry, to the point that these people, they will literally lose their mind trying to take you out, man. You know, so, hey, just stand in the spirit. Stay the hell out the way. A man of the Lord. Stay the hell out of the man of the Lord way. That's right, brother. Stay the fuck out of our way. Because in that day, hey, when we have that radar and that Scopeo on you, first and foremost, a lot of these guys in the truth, they gonna get touched. They gonna get clinked up. And deservingly so. Okay? Because a lot of you men that's in this thing, whether you left the camp or, you know, you started your own thing and you started scoffing and scoring, a lot of you guys ain't right, man. Okay? And time is showing that. A lot of men are getting judged. You know, a couple of men that fell out of GMS got jacked up, man. And I know the elder brother Manada Zakba, he uploaded a video that I think is a re-upload. I think that video may have came out a while ago. But basically, man, it was a guy that fell out of the GMS camp a couple years ago. And the Lord literally damn near, he put his ass in the ICU, man. Even though this is an old video, but still, that's the fear of the Lord. To the point he couldn't even use his, he couldn't even really put it to you this way. When your internal organs are damaged, then you're pretty much through. Okay, if they have to take out your spleen and your pancreas is needed to digest food, man. You have what they call pancreatic enzymes, which the blood creates or which the pancreas creates and sends through the bloodstream to be able to break down carbs and shit like that. And if you don't have that, you barely don't have a digestive system. So when you eat, you basically are not getting fulfilled in your meals. And that's a hard pill. In that case, I'm like, look, man, just take me out. Okay, because the scriptures tell you that it's better to die than be maimed in the body. You know, so, hey, we got to fear the Lord at all costs, man, because he's not playing. He's not playing with us, and he's definitely not playing with these men outside of the truth. But the men that's in the truth, hey, we have a more of a dire responsibility, and the Lord have more of a eye on us, man, because we're the ones that's harboring this great knowledge, man. Okay, so with that, I'm going to just close out, give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashimi, Hawashai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom. Lord's will you were edified into the next lesson. Shalom.